Doesn't pass the sniff test, does it? This Angela Rayner story is far from over. She is being investigated by HMRC, and also it seems that something has gone on with the overinflated value of her home in Tameside. And she's also getting the piss taken out of her by websites like CV Library. Look at this.
Finding a new job can be taxing. Goodbye, Miss Rayner. What's her name? Miss Rayner.
Now, on a more serious note, the properties around her are worth around £487,000. That's what it says. And as you all know, that if your house is worth £487,500, then the house next door is, and the rest of the houses on the street are worth approximately the same. But for some reason, in April 2024, the value of Rayner's property all of a sudden shot up to £650,000. Now what they're saying is this is an error, she's blaming the lawyers once again. But funny how the value of the property shot up by over 150 grand, and then just months later, Rayner sold her stake in the home to the trust that was set up for her son, which really I don't think that's what a trust should be used for. In fact, I'm sure it's not. And then she manages to take the £162,500 out of her son's trust, and he ends up with a stake in an overinflated home. So now presumably because the price is changed on the home, that 25% stake that her son's been left with in a house that he's not going to own is now significantly diminished as well. I saw Andre Walker talking about this, and he was saying she's a bad mother. She's a terrible person. What kind of moral compass do you have if you're willing to use your son's money that was given to him for compensation and for his well-being as a result of suing the NHS for your own ends to go and buy some sort of second home in Brighton worth nearly 800 grand, something she might have to give up now anyway because she probably can't afford the mortgage any longer given that her salary has now been diminished. A thorough investigation needs to be done into this, because if it was you or me, we'd have already been hauled in by the HMRC, or you'd be getting phone calls left, right and centre, pay this money or you're going to court. Why is nothing happening to her? Rayner was right about one thing, it's one rule for them and one rule for us. But unfortunately, she is part of the them. She is the one in the privileged position here being treated with kid gloves by HMRC when you would not get the same treatment, I guarantee you that.